Hello and welcome to the video. We've got the Fendt back in to replace a leaking oil seal on the rear axle. Now, I've already done a video on this, so if you haven't seen it, if you watch that, then you'll see how we got it apart and put back together, and you can see the mistakes we made, because basically we replaced the oil seal in here, and pretty much from day one it was still leaking oil. So we've made a couple of mistakes. Mistake number one was we didn't have this castled nut anywhere near tight enough. So I'm in the process of making a spanner to fit the castled nut. So we should be able to get it on tight this next time. Mistake number two, we'll have to get it out, get that drive shaft out, and I'll show you what I think is the second problem. That's the shaft out and the housing turned over. So I've got the seal in here, and we can see mistake number two. I've got that seal far too far in. That's about 14 mil on there, and I reckon it should be about no more than about 6 mil in. Schoolboy error, but there we go. I think that's problem number two. This is the shaft. And you can see here where the seal's supposed to sit. It's supposed to go onto there, onto that lip. Because it's too far in, it's only sitting on this shoulder and not sealing at all, not doing its job at all. So I think before we fit the new seal, we'll phone a friendly Fendt fitter and try and find out what the exact measurement is for the new seal. Now, Alan's spoken to a guy from Fendt who reckons that this seal should be 8mm in from the edge. Now, I measured the distance between this edge and this lip on here before I took it apart. So my back of the packet calculations says that if we go 8mm in, that will put us nicely over that shoulder and onto the shiny bit there, which I reckon is where we want to be. Why the fuck I didn't do that last time, I don't know, but never mind. We are where we are. This seal's only done a couple of days work, but I'm not even going to try and salvage it, so I'm going to take that out and fit another new one in. We're back together, the bearing's in and the castle nut's on. That's a new socket I've made, so we'll see if we can get somewhere near 250 newtons on it now. Another go. Yeah, I think that's about it. Right, so the guy from Fendt said that we've got to torque it down to 250 newtons, spin it a few times, torque it again, you'll get a little bit more tight, spin it a few more times and try it again, and keep doing that until the nut won't go any tighter. Then we've got to back it off by 30 degrees. So a quick count up of the teeth on there, and I reckon 10 teeth is about 30 degrees, as near as we need to be. So I've got a chalk mark on there, so I want to be around to here, backing it off. That should be right. Okay, so I've backed it off by 30 degrees, and I'm not happy because basically when you back it off by 30 degrees, that nut becomes just finger tight then. So I'm not happy with that. I'm a bit concerned about it. So I've tightened it back up again, slackened it, tightened it back up to 250 newtons, and then I've backed it off by about 15 degrees. So I don't know really, I might just go with that. I think 30 degrees was too much. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'll call it a day and we'll think about that overnight, come back to it in the morning. Right, we're back, and I've been thinking about this. The 250 newton meters on there will be enough to make sure that the bearings are properly seated on the shaft. Then I've backed it up and I've just tightened it up nice and tight, just feeling it, and it runs nice and smoothly, doesn't feel too tight, so I'm just going to go with that. I think that nut can't come loose because of the locking tab on the bottom of the planetary gears. Yeah, these bearings have 8,500 hours of wear on them, so I think trying to get the tolerances to what it says in the book probably going to be a bit of a waste of time really. It feels good, spins nice and freely, the nut's tight. I know that the bearings are seated properly. What could possibly go wrong? Right, let's get the planetary gears back in and get it all back together. Get your fucking trousers up, I'm sick of looking at videos of your fucking underpants. Well, that's it back together. We just need to reassemble everything now. That's the job done. Big shout out to John Deere, because making this video we only used John Deere Extra Twine Plus. So there's a plug for John Deere. And while I've been doing that, Alan's been busy blinging his tractor up, pimping his ride with his sexy new toolbox. What about that then? Bling. Here's a little tip for anybody that wants to do this job. This bracket here is bolted to this bracket here by two little 6mm studs, and I'm going to bolt the two brackets together now before I bolt this bracket in place, because it took me about 45 minutes last time I did it to get those two little studs in. So hopefully this is going to be easier. Well, let's see if it's any better than it was last time we did it. Well, she moves. Can't hear any grinding noises. Hopefully we've cured the problem this time and no more oil leaks for a while. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it or you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.